I will never, ever buy an armor granite Kraton 8S. Even the BLX model. What a piece of junk engineering like I've never seen in my life. The V5 6S is just out of the limelight when it comes to a jacked up ass $1,000 remote control vehicle that is gonna do nothing but make you upgrade and upgrade and upgrade and cost you money and break all kinds of parts like you've never ever seen before. You will be hopping up on new parts till your wallet's content. Don't do it. It's a 25-pound piece of shit. It's a damn good thing I didn't buy one because I would have them on eBay at this very moment. The chassis bends. Even with the great millimeter thick ass chassis, don't do it. It's too heavy. All the rest of the parts are going to start breaking, even if you do get a thick chassis. And then you have to strengthen the chassis that is supposed to not bend with rich duper bash M2C racing strengthened aluminum chassis parts. Don't even bother. If you are going to spend $1,000 on a remote controlled vehicle, get a maxx Traxxas. Just do it. Parts are cheap. And I tell you what, this vehicle, the maxx, do not mistake it for the Kraton 8S, is going to last you a lot longer than the arrma Kraton 8S X Max killer. My ass! Do not do it. You will be constantly having to upgrade your vehicle. And it really is not that fast. And it is definitely not better than the Kraton 6S. Now, the Kraton 6S still does have some problems. Do not get me wrong. However, if you keep up with them and you do not try and go to the moon as Kevin Talbot does, you will be just fine. This one weighs 11.6 pounds, the Kraton 6S. arrma tough, right? No. arrma desperate to beat the X Max Traxxas. Now, mind you, I do have my tennis balls on the bottom of my vehicle because if I don't, I will bend the chassis or I just cannot jump as high as I would like to. So, do not get the Kraton 8S unless you got lots of money and you know how to work on it and you do not mind going for the upgrades and the hop-ups with your vehicle. If you do not mind all of the times it breaks, which is absolutely ridiculous, the engineers of the 8S Kraton should be fired! Fired. Big time. I am so happy that I only got the X6S. Because if I had gotten the 8S, I would be extremely, extremely upset right now. So, I feel so much better. Just to let everybody know, do not get the 8S. It is a bigger rig, but it's also a bigger piece of shit that you will constantly break and constantly have to hop up in the upgrades department. Don't do it. What a ripoff. I was almost concerned about my Kraton 6S. But since I was a pretty good engineer, I must say, I got tennis balls on the bottom of my stuff with bungee cords to hold them in. And these only last a week or two until they wear out. And then you start bending your chassis. And then you start having to upgrade all kinds of parts. You start breaking A-arms and shocks. And the list goes on and on and on. Fire! The engineers to the Kraton 8S. Do not go for that smoke and mirrors of a rig. It looks nice. Woo! Does it look nice? It is wider than the Traxxas X Maxx, but it does not do the bashing at all. It's heavy. You hear a thud when it hits the ground. My 6S Kraton is just light enough to where my tennis balls can handle it. The 8S, 2 times the weight of the Kraton 6S, will annihilate my tennis balls within 1 battery pack, or I should say 2 battery packs, because I run 2 3S lipos on this. But I'm so happy that I did not fall victim to the 8S Kraton. It is no X Maxx killer at all. It's an X Maxx failure. Big time. Happy to tell you, do not waste your hard-earned money. arrma, you failed on this one miserably. I just barely got lucky by getting the 6S. 11.6 pounds. If I'd gotten a 25-pound one, I would be hating life at this very, very moment.